Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Yesterday, you had a paper that looks like this. Many of you were not happy with your grade. It is posted so you can see if you're happy with your grade or not. What I will be doing is going over a quick review. And then I will put questions on the board or on the screen that you can do to improve your grade. If you're not going to pay attention to the quick review, you can step outside so you don't distract others. Now, the first thing I kind of want to say is this problem was on there 3 times. Yet, some people got... So, really, you should have gotten it correct all 3 times or wrong with the same answer all 3 times. Yet, I had some people get it correct once or get it correct twice, which makes 0 sense. It's the same exact problem. I'm just saying. Now, you don't have to always start with the greatest common factor. You can find a common factor for a set of numbers. It doesn't have to be the greatest common factor. It can be any common factor. So, for example, give me, Dylan, a common factor for 20 and 30. Don't give me the greatest. Just give me a common factor. What's a number that divides evenly into both 20 and 30? Good, 5. Now, 5 is not the greatest common factor. Everybody knows what the greatest common factor is, right?
Yeah.
What is it? 10. Okay? But if I don't know what the greatest common factor is, I can find a common factor, and it may take me more than one step. So, Noah, what is 20 divided by 5?
20 divided by 5 is 4.
Noah, what is 30 divided by 5?
30 divided by 5 is 6.
Good. So now we have it simplified down to 5/6. Or 4/6. That's not lowest terms. So you need to look at it and see if you can think of another factor that will go into both of those. Isabella.
Divided by 2.
I can divide both of these by 2. If I divide both of these by 2, Noah, what is 4 divided by 2?
4 divided by 2 is 2.
Noah, what is 6 divided by 2? 3. So 20/30 simplifies down to 2/3. And Dylan was right. 10 is the greatest common factor. And if you think we divided by 5 and then by 2, and 5 times 2 is 10. So. But you may not always know what the greatest common factor is, so you may have to take it in steps. So for example, let's take 16 over 32. Now if you did it, you know the greatest common factor. If you paid attention or did any thinking about it, you probably could figure out the greatest common factor. But Brady, give me a factor of 16 and 32.
16 could be 8.
8. Okay, does 8 go into 32 also? Okay, good. So a common factor for 16 and 32 is 8. Noah, what is 16 divided by 8?
16 divided by 8 is 2.
Noah, what is 32 divided by 8?
3.
4. So now we have 2/4. Bailey, can you think of anything besides 1 that will divide evenly into 2 and 4? 2. Very good. See the way I said it with, like, of course there's not, to see if I could trick you, but you got it. All right, so we divide these both by 2. And Bailey, what does that equal? 1/2. Awesome sauce. 1/2. But we didn't have to, I mean, it's 16 is the greatest common factor, but I didn't want to list all those. I didn't want to, Noah. I didn't want to have to list all those. So I can just do it one step at a time. Let's try another one. (42/60ths). Andrew, do you know a common factor for 42 and 60? 6. Andrew, what is 42 divided by 6?
7.
Andrew, what is 60 divided by 6?
10.
Andrew, do you know a common factor for 7 and 10? No, the only one is 1. And if I divide something by 1, I am not. And I repeat, not making the numbers any smaller, so I'm not simplifying it any longer.
Because it's already simplified.
So you don't always have to know the greatest common factor. You have to be able to check after every time you simplify to make sure it's in lowest terms. Okay? So some of the grades over there aren't as good as they should be. So what I'm about to do is I'll pull the screen down, I'll take my computer back there, I'll put it on the little thing, I'll turn on the light, and 10 problems will show up here. If you're happy with your grade, don't do those 10 problems. If you're not happy with your grade, do those 10 problems. If you have missings or blanks, that. If you want to present your zoo project to me today, give me about 10 minutes to get going, and then I will let people present. You just present to me. You don't have to do it for the whole class. Some of you still haven't turned in your length, width, and perimeter and area. That needs to get done. Boom, shakalaka, peace out, God bless, love you, do something kind today, subscribe, save the bees.